Okay. Let's... give me 1 second here. I need to take a look at something here real quick. I don't know if the kick side is actually working. As I'm streaming. So, I don't know. That's interesting. I need to double check something real quick, just to be on the safe side. I want to be absolutely sure. Okay, yeah. Okay then, let me get all this situated here. So, I think it was this one. I want to be completely honest here. I know I said in my post a while back that I was going to do some Don't Starve Together modding. I have actually completely forgotten where I was at. So I actually need to go back and see where I was at with that before I decide to stream it again. Because there's actually a lot of tedious animation editing that I need to do with that. And I'd rather just have it to where, you know, I just jump right into streaming and then just showing that. I haven't touched it in like weeks, and I need to go back into my notes and stuff to review, and in case there's like an app update or whatever for the modding tools, I can get all that situated. I didn't want to do any of that on stream, you know, who wants to see app updates and stuff. But anywho, I was working on a Izumi mod from my character Izumi from the Dawnverse Chronicles for Don't Starve Together. It's kind of like a slow development with it. Mainly just when I get time to do things. That's really the only time I get to be able to do it. Alright. And so, but anywho, I'm going to be spending pretty much this time working on Izumi's 3D model for the Dawnverse Chronicles. Because honestly, it needs to be done by now. I've been trying to get it done, trying to figure out how to do his hair. And hello, Amy. It's nice to see you. Hopefully you're doing good. So yeah. This is what we will be doing for the time being. And interesting thing is I've learned quite a few things with Blender along the way as I've been away. And honestly, real life has just been really busy for me. And I basically stream when I get the chance to. And that's not as frequent as it used to be. So if you see me, you see me. If you don't, you don't. But, yeah, so for tonight, it's pretty much going to be, like, trying to finish up Izumi's hair. Hello, Banana Masters. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're doing great tonight. Hopefully everybody's doing great tonight. And I just found out, too, about the whole said hi thing on YouTube. Really awesome, by the way, that a lot of the viewers actually use that because comments are slow and delayed when it comes to the live stream. So super awesome that people do that. They don't do that on Twitch. So, yeah. Speaking of Twitch, I don't know how many of you have actually heard, but there's like this, really bad update that's going to be coming to Twitch, and it's gonna screw a lot of people over. And right now, it's something that's being tested. I can already see that Amazon is going to go through with it, and it's going to really ruin basically any small streamer's chance of growing on that platform. And so I was all like, you know what? As much as I really kept trying to give Twitch the benefit of the doubt when it came to streaming, I don't think I can do that anymore. Especially when, you know, when I come back to YouTube, and then it's kind of almost like I haven't really left. You know, things start to gain traction again. Whereas with Twitch, it's like, it's been stagnant since I started streaming in 2020. It doesn't really go anywhere. Yeah, sure, Twitch has like the emotes and stuff, but the whole forced ad stuff, and it's just getting worse, you know, that's just gonna kill the viewership. Not a single lurker wants to sit there and be forced into watching ads, especially when people, you know, a lot of people are doing other things when they're watching people's streams, and just sit there and basically just be like, hey, you know, you aren't really important as a lurker anymore. Kind of stupid. Hey, Juggernaut. Nice to see ya. Hopefully you're doing good. Right. More of these hairs here. Actually rotate this one a little bit. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. Alright, let's move this over here. I'm gonna rotate that about here. Alright, so hopefully, but anywho, yeah, when it comes to streaming, for me now, I'm pretty much just testing the waters outside of YouTube, but YouTube's definitely going to be my for sure place to be my main source of streaming. In pretty much all of my content creation, because at this point, Twitch is just not going to go anywhere. And honestly, it's probably going to end up dying here pretty soon. Say within like the next few years or so, after they release some more BS ads that force people into watching them. It's gonna be a really interesting turnout with this character. Supposed to have like this shaggy type hair, and when it comes to shaggy hair, especially being 3D modeled, that's not easy to do. You gotta have to like work with what you're given. You can't just be like, oh bam, look, I can make shaggy hair. No, you have to do a very specific method, and you have to stick with it. You can't just be I kind of want to say lollygagging, but that's not the right term. As you see, I'm layering basically these hair strands. I'm trying to get that shaggy type look. By the time it's done, you'll see what I mean. I don't know if I'm gonna get done with his hair by the end of the stream tonight. I don't expect to. I do work at my own pace, which is pretty slow, but at the same time, you know, it works for me. And I did also, a while back, I made a poll. Yeah, that's good enough. I made a poll asking like what people wanted to see on YouTube here. And pretty much everyone said they wanted to see like creative stuff and creative work stuff. You know, which I can totally understand. There's a lot of gaming out there, not a lot of creative. And honestly, most of the streams that I've come across on YouTube are either gaming or real life. Not really anything with creative stuff, which, I mean, hey. People like seeing new stuff being created. I think I'm gonna put that one right there. Rotate it. Oh, this is gonna be such an interesting getup for his hair. I think I gotta go this way, yep. Sometimes they get confused with my directions. Alright. Hope I see this one. It's kind of... Can't wait to see how this turns out. It's gonna be really awesome. There's that. Oh, I know what I gotta do. Probably scale that one out a little bit. With some variance. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I gotta go this way. Need to get some strands over here too. I honestly don't know how Kick is gonna go. I started streaming on Kick tonight to see how it'll go, but I don't really have too much of an expectation with it. Like I said, YouTube's been the better bet for me. To be such an interesting hair getup. The last time I did hair was on a character for Miku Miku Dance. It was actually one of my friend's characters that I did. Well, that was I think I took like a pre-set model hair for that. This is me doing hair like on my own without doing any presets. So this is gonna be really interesting to see how it'll turn out. I mean, already so far it looks pretty decent. Probably size it up a little bit, bring it over, rotate it a little bit. Okay. Here. That works. Pretty sure I have like 100 something more strands to go with this character's hair. I could right about there. I can push strand up here. Oh. All right, there we go. Gotta rotate. Probably size that one down a little bit. I also gotta remember not to be too picky with this, because once I get done with modeling him, I'm actually gonna change all of the shaders where it's more of the anime type shader. Man, these hair strands. These are pretty interesting. That's better. The other interesting thing is gonna be like how I would get his hair to like kind of like bounce a little bit. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Or I could just say screw it and not even try and attempt that. But it would kind of look it would look kind of funky. Okay, I need to get... I think I should worry about that after I get the top done. Really should worry about that after I get the top done. Right there. And shift D. No, I needed to rotate that. I don't know why I undid it to begin with. Oh, hey, Reagan. Wow, it's actually been a while. It has been a while. How have you been? Probably an Alt S size on this. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Done anything new lately? Or not really, just kicking it pretty much? Alright, here we go. All these hair strands. Be a very interesting product. I'm doing indoor soccer. Nice. Okay. Are you practicing for any championships coming up or tournaments coming up soon or no? I've actually got nieces that do cheer practice. They practice for like tournaments and stuff. Competitions. Definitely gonna be an interesting combination. Let's take another one of these. That right there. Rotate that. Games are every Monday and Tuesday. Oh, okay. Do you have any, like, competition coming up, or no? Not yet. Not until later into the year. I'm always starting to feel like I should edit that NURBS curve. I feel like if I do, it's gonna really mess up how I see it. Then again, it might not. Now we just started 2 weeks ago, fair enough. Yeah, that should be good. Light variance. Oh man. I actually turn my light off here. The light in my room actually generates heat. It's crazy. An LED light too. It just emits a lot of heat. I hope I can get done with this hair tonight, but we'll see. I'm actually pretty happy that people want to see more creative stuff. Oh, and also, by the way, I literally just posted. It was just really just more of like a little experiment test that I did for the Dawnverse Chronicles. But it's not an official direction of where I'm gonna take Dawnverse. Because like I'd mentioned, that series is intended to be fully 3D animated. I just did like this little anime test to see how it would turn out. So for me, it's nice, but it's just not what I want for the series. So I posted it to my channel just for fun. Experimenting with things. I think, what was it? For the first 2 episodes, there's like 6 characters I have to model. And then there's the assets that I have to model too, which isn't going to be that's not going to be a hard thing to do. Izumi model's giving me the most grief just because of how his hair is. Once I do the next character, he'll be super simple, and then, you know, I'll be on my way. Very interesting design choice that I decided to go with this character. That's for sure. But it will definitely be worth it in the end. Oh, shoot, I just remembered. I forgot to do this. I always have a friend of mine who wants to see my streams, particularly on YouTube, and I always forget to, like, post about it in his server. I always forget to post about it. Okay, but yeah. But not only that, I did do some fun little things with Dawnverse in the Discord server. It is basically to just get the storyboard and everything all visualized. But it does help keep progress with the story of what I want to go with and the direction that I want to take with Dawnverse, in which there's been a lot of development of the story lore-wise. And I will say too that after the 3rd season, there is a movie that basically goes back to like when Leo first visited Fallen Luxium, which I know a lot of you don't know what I'm talking about. But long story short, you know, Dawnverse takes place after this world called Luxium. Pretty much falls to destruction by somebody that happens to know Leo but is disguised as somebody else. Basically, in the world of Gaia, there is a exorcist, and that's what this character disguised themselves as, which they become revealed later on at the end of season 1 of Dawnverse Chronicles. Dawnverse takes place in a different dimension after a handful of guys got rescued, and then it branches off into a far more in-depth storyline, and there's still some bits of season 1 I have to cover on, as well as season 2. And the story's coming together bit by bit. And so far, I've pretty much just got... It's a bit of a disorganization of between season 1 through season 3. And I have like a very little bit of plot developed for season 4. That is also why I've decided to animate the series in 3D, because I feel like that would capture the basically just the detail of all the characters, since a lot of the characters have cosmic themed outfits, and it is very, very time consuming having to draw and reposition that all the time, rather than, you know, with most animators, when they draw stuff in 2D, they have very simple clothing to just be like, okay, to simplify the process. Or they'll have like very simple patterns. No, these characters have very complex patterns in their clothing. I was like, it would be better to actually animate the stuff in 3D and then just have an anime shader to capture that anime effect, which is very possible to do with Blender. Now, the question is, will my computer be able to handle it? That is a whole nother story. I just know my computer is very capable of handling a lot of rendering. Probably size this down a little bit. Okay, now that looks better. Would like to be able to do that, and that. Okay. Give me a quick second here. Just don't really know what else to do there for Discord. Is what it is. If that is actually bothering me, I am going to... I really have to do lower the... Bam! Problem solved. Sort of, but you know, yeah, still. Need to... That's where I need to actually get this here. Which would really help. So I should probably start doing that now. For those that are curious, these are the hair curves. This is basically just the base that I'm working with. So that way I know pretty much the area of where the hair curves need to be put. I have actually an image reference here. But as with image references, they're not always going to be accurate, especially when transferring over to 3D. As you can see, basically there's like not really much shading to indicate where his other strands of hair go. It's just basically on the outside because, again, 2D anime style. But, you know, I'm doing my best to visualize it into 3D. So yeah. Basically, I would need to take one of these hair strands. Honestly, a smaller one at that. Probably duplicate that. Get rid of this empty, that way I can see what I'm doing. So, Shift D, put that right there. Probably make that a little bit smaller. This is gonna be interesting. But then I have to have like another smaller hair curve going down here. Hey, Crystal, actually, what, G-Tag. That's her, yeah, G-Tag. It's been a while. Hey, G-Tag, it's been a while. How have you been? Yes, I do remember you. So you said something happened to your YouTube account? Like, it got, like, banned or something? Crazy. I've been really busy. Like, I haven't really been able to stream lately, and I took some time to like be like, what do I really actually want to stream? Got taken out for some reason. That's so weird because like you were just starting out. That's weird. Oh, my email got banned as well. That is crazy. Huh. Yeah, because, like, I didn't see anything... When I went to your channel, I didn't see anything that would be, like, trigger that. Unless it's just YouTube AI thinking that your channel was a bot, and then it got rid of it, which is stupid. That has happened to people. Let's see here. Okay, but anywho, you know, from my break, I just took a step back and being like, what do I actually really want to stream? And so a little while back, I put up a poll being like, what do you guys actually want to see on stream? And literally nobody voted for gaming, which I kind of expected that because like, it's very blatantly obvious when I actually do something creative and I spend a lot of time on it. I made one live stream on G-Tag and had 160 viewers watching. Oh, nice. Damn. 160 viewers, though. Especially for a new account like that, like getting 160 viewers on your stream. And honestly, for a channel that's small like yours, that's actually really, really good to have that. Even if it's like 160 in the live stream or even 160 total. I really should change the description of that. Good. Well, well. Well, that's not a no. That's not a no. Well, well. It's not a no. Honestly, you should, you know? And when you do, you know, like, kind of... If I needed to do email made, then... Oh, that'll be easy. If you do, just like, you know, spread out when you upload your content. Sorry. Just spread out when you upload your content. Just, you know... Because I think within, like, the first 60 days, YouTube assumes that your account is suspicious, and so they limit your reach. But after that 60 days, then they're all like, okay, you're good to go. Oh, that's weird. That is weird. Tilt this a little bit more. Like, it works on games on my PC, I get emails from it, but not on Google and YouTube. That is so weird. That's really weird. And honestly, it sounds a little suspicious from YouTube to do that. So I'm actually working on a 3D model for my Dawnverse Chronicles project, which has been, this model's kind of been like really long overdue. I had to take some time to figure out like how to model his hair, which I'm finally getting to it, and now I figure out how to do it, and it's still gonna take a long time to do it regardless. So, yeah, the Dawnverse Chronicles has its own YouTube channel, but, until I can actually get the first several models made, and then the animation, there's not really going to be anything on that channel. So, yeah, but anywho, as I was mentioning earlier, I put up a poll a while back asking people what they wanted to see on the streams and in the channel. They wanted to see creative stuff, like 3D modeling, animation, other creative works, you know, like modding and stuff for games, stuff like that. Not like gaming where I'm playing a game, which, like I said, I honestly expected that because there's a lot of gaming out there, and I can see where it gets a little stale, especially since gaming can only go so far, but if like you have like a twist where you're being creative with other people and creating stuff inside that game, then it adds that more immersive uniqueness where people are like, oh shoot, you know, I kind of can dig this. But you know, with me in particular, like, I like to do creative stuff. I like to, if I'm not creating something, it's like my energy goes to waste. Wait, I'm gonna quickly leave stream and search up my old account. Actually, I kind of want to do that too. If it's even there, because I tried to look it up the other day and it was just like gone. Yeah, I think that's one of the accounts that YouTube audited. Oh my god, all these strands of hair. Oh my god. And this one still has to be made smaller. Can you search it up on stream or try? Because it doesn't show for me. Yeah, because the only one that I see now, it says Gorilla Tag VR. That channel's got 262K subscribers. Let me see if I can look it up here. Let's go leave that. If YouTube will load. Alright, so I know it was G-Tag VR. But I know there was like a tag that you had that was different from that. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Obviously you weren't that one. Do you remember the handle? Like your handle name? Because it was different from G-Tag VR. I know that for sure. I know for sure it was different than, so that's the only thing I don't remember is what your handle name was. I remember the username, but not the handle. It goes something like G-Tag VR 176. Try that. It looks like that account, can't remember the numbers, but it could do something. Let me look up. I have no idea who this is. They keep coming up whenever I search up G-Tag. When was a stream you chatted in? God, that was a while ago. Let me double check here. I know I got my streams. 5. I think, well, it would have been after community play. Alright, let me see here. God, I'm not even sure. I'm trying to see here which one it might have been. Might have been. I could see probably one being about 7 months ago. I'm just doing it based off of the amount of likes. I'm gonna try to have to leave stream to your channel. Yeah. Yeah, we'll probably have to look at one of the ones that's like about 7 months ago. The one that I can see here, it's got 5 likes on it. So maybe you could try to start there. And then, no, because 10 months ago would have been before you came to the streams, I think. Cool Math Games. No, because Cool Math Game. Nope, it would have been that far back.
Desire, love, ecstasy, rush.
Thinking. No, it's one of them ones that's at least 7 months. Oh, let's see here. Let me see. Not that one. I know it's around here somewhere. I literally just had it. Where did it go? I think. I mean, they're all basically the same. They all say live variety gaming storytelling. It's one with 56 views, 5 likes, streamed 7 months ago. Not too far down the list, actually. But if it's not that, then it would be the next one, which would probably be the one, I'm gonna guess, with maybe 89 views or 159 views, one of those two, which is Nebula Knight's Rare Game Expeditions. Which those ones would have been 11 months ago, and the other one would have been a year ago. So yeah, it's anywhere between all those. Oh no, encoding overload. What shall I ever do? I'm not gonna do anything. I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually Kick doing it. Because it never really happens with YouTube. Let's do Shift key. Rotate this. Yeah, that works. The other thing is layering, like the layering. The layering, like this. Forgot. I gotta layer this. Gotta layer this ish. Honestly, I don't even know. I don't know if YouTube even saves the chats either. It was Spiritfarer? Okay. Also, too, I can actually this to be like this. This is where the fun part of this is going to be. Okay, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I just wasn't sure. Alright. This ear should be relatively flat all the way through. Not happy with the detailing of how this ear is, but there's not really much that I can do. I tried doing more detail, it just looked weird. So, just leave it like that. There's the ear. It looks like an ear. It's an ear. Cut out like that. Let's see here. That should be okay. This is where I gotta add a bit of variance to the hair. Alright. It's funny because on the other side it's not symmetrical. He has an asymmetrical hair design. So all of this has to be like laid out in an asymmetrical way. Which, you know, makes him more natural looking, but at the same time it's just a bitch too. This one I gotta bring out. Yeah, I might not actually even finish this tonight. There's just so many damn hair strands. I'm already starting to feel tired. Very, very tedious work. Whoops. What happened? Okay, get this thing out of my face for now. Still can't, there's too many spirit fairy trees. Oh wow, good progress. Yeah, it's... I still have to do this side too. I've kind of been lacking on this side a little bit. But, oh my goodness. I can just... Once this is done, holy crap, it's gonna look so awesome. And then there's only gonna be like one other character that has this same type of hairdo. Like one or two other characters. Add that variation. Oh. Okay, probably do another one right here. Don't lie, 8-ball. That 8-ball has a tendency to lie to people. See, if you go exclamation 8-ball, are you lying to me? It'll say yeah. See? Okay, what's going on with this hair curve? It looks kind of funky. I guess 8-ball didn't want to answer that question. Funny. Oh yeah, that's why I left that like that. Okay, Honestly, I could probably even get away with just doing like 1, 2, 3, 4 bones that kind of move around just very gently to jiggle his hair a little bit. I've done that before with hair on 3D models. Alright, let's see here. I'm also hoping tomorrow that I get a lot of orders for my job, so that way I can get some more money. Give me a second here. Remember, what was the nerves count on this again? 5, resolution preview 5. Which is not bad, to be honest. It's really not bad. I just want to be done with this hair. I tried doing shortcuts with it and stuff. It did not look good. It was horrible. It was basically just like, how dare you even try to attempt something like that? It was so ugly. His hair did not look like hair. It looked more like Nair. So many hair strands. Crazy. Layers upon layers upon layers of hair. Oh, geez. Crazy. Okay. See this. Goodness gracious, this is just insane. I just know it'll be worth it in the end, though. Because honestly, all I would have to do is just hide everything else and then just take all this, and just like join it all together, and then assign it all the same material. Yada yada yada. Yeah. Basically give him the anime shader type hair. Which I gotta go back and figure out how to do that again. There was a tutorial on how to do it on Blender, and it's not the color, it's not that color ramping type tutorial. It's a better tutorial where it's actually more natural color, but it still has that cel-shaded look. Don't want that beat. I guess I'm gonna have to
I was walking through the silence. Every step felt like a war.
here is just something else.
I couldn't hold anymore. Shadows try to pull me under. Voices said I'd never rise, but there was something in the distance burning softly in my eyes, and I kept breathing through the night, even when I lost the light. Every scar became a sign. I was closer every time. Now I'm finally here where the road disappears. All the pain, all the years fall away in the atmosphere.
Trying to get this rotated, like, right between here. There we go. Oh, man. I can definitely tell it's been a bit since I last streamed. I'm actually getting tired, like actually really tired. Which, I normally am in bed by now. Which it would be a good idea for me to get in bed here really soon. Let's see here. Get a couple more strands in and then I'll call it for the night. That's not what I want. I have strands that go in between each other. Like, okay. Yeah, I didn't think I'd get this finished tonight. I'm actually getting really tired already. So, I am actually going to call it here for tonight. God, that's so much hair. This is gonna take me a while to do. And then when I do the next model, it's just gonna be a cinch. So, I had debated on actually, like cutting the eye where this is at to have like a glass part where the iris is at. But I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I feel like that might be a little too excessive, especially for like an in-between model of like it being a gaming model and also an animation model. So yeah, I'm gonna call it for tonight though. It was nice to see those that actually came in and stopped by, and I did see some new faces here, so I will catch you guys again next time. And maybe on the days that I have off. You know, I have Mondays and Tuesdays off now. I got stuff that I gotta still do IRL, you know. aside from that, is what it is. But if I catch you guys next time, if you're interested in joining the Discord, just let me know. I'm actually trying to find more people to join the Discord community-wise, because, you know, the Discord is really just meant for, you know, talking with people, bantering and stuff like that. But anywho, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Have a great night.